"You're no longer of any use, Maren." That's what he said, right there, in front of everyone. The CO, the god of our glass kingdom. He dismissed me like a tool past its prime. His voice echoed through the boardroom, steady, smug, pitiless. The air felt thick enough to choke on. Every executive kept their gaze lowered, pretending invisibility might save them. No one dared to breathe. The weight of my ID badge dragged at my hand. I walked forward, slow, composed, and set it down beside his untouched espresso. Then I met his eyes and said, calm as ice, "Then you better be ready to tell the investors why the product shuts down in exactly 9 minutes." Silence, confusion, and then the countdown began. I first met Adrian Vale 7 years ago, back when he still acted like he had a soul. He used to call me his secret weapon, told me my ideas would reshape the company. His company. He was magnetic back then, a mind blazing with brilliance and hunger. I was drawn to that fire, foolishly believing it wouldn't burn me. I thought loyalty and talent would protect me, thought the missed birthdays, the sleepless nights, the sacrifices, all meant something. I built everything for him. The architecture of our flagship system, the algorithm behind our predictive network, every innovation that turned his name into a billion-dollar brand. All of it mine, yet my name never left the footnotes. The betrayal didn't strike like a knife. It arrived softly in whispers. Meetings I was suddenly excluded from. Projects quietly reassigned. Access revoked for compliance reasons. And then came the leak, an internal report I wasn't supposed to read. My name had vanished from the patent list. My invention credited entirely to him. When I confronted him, he smiled that rehearsed smile. "It's business, Maren. Don't take it personally." That was when something inside me didn't break. It froze. No yelling, no tears, just a nod and a silent countdown. I knew that system better than anyone. Every wire, every buried dependency, every hidden root of code. I designed it to be efficient, self-learning, and loyal only to its creator. Quietly, I began rewriting. Tiny dormant scripts scattered across the servers like dust. Invisible, harmless, until they weren't. The first I named Salem. The second, Judgment. Nights passed with me sitting in the dark, watching the hum of the system, adjusting, waiting. He thought he'd erase me. But you can't delete the ghost who built your walls. Step 1, misinformation. Whispers to investors, rumors of a potential vulnerability in a predictive network. Hints of an insider who knew too much. Step 2, documentation. Every email, every log, every timestamp pointed directly to him. The visionary CEO who demanded absolute control over every core asset. Step 3, the fuse. A recursive loop buried deep within the analytics server. Dormant, waiting for one trigger, my badge deactivation. Once tripped, the system would unravel slowly, one function at a time, cascading through the entire network. They'd call it graceful degradation. I called it justice. I wasn't after chaos. I wanted clarity. I wanted him to feel his empire coming apart, knowing exactly whose hand pulled the first thread. And so there we were, boardroom, 42nd floor. Everyone polished, silent, as he performed his power play. "You are no longer valuable, Maren." He expected tears, pleading, humiliation. Instead, I gave him calm precision. "Then I suggest you tell the investors why the product goes offline in exactly 9 minutes." I didn't stay for the fallout. I turned and walked out. My heels hit the marble in steady rhythm, like the ticking of a clock. By the time the elevator closed, the first alert would already be flashing on the dashboard. By the time I stepped onto the street, the predictive network would begin to desynchronize. By the time I reached the corner cafe, Adrian Vale's empire would start to bleed. Minute 1, diagnostics trip. The team assumes a minor glitch. Minute 3, regional failures. No predictive output. No client sync. Minute 5, phones explode with calls. Executives shouting, investors panicking. Minute 7, Adrian's voice, controlled but cracking, echoes through control room. "Find her. Bring Maren back." Minute 9, silence. The system dies. Every account, every client, every byte of data, gone. A digital blackout worth billions. Then came the final strike, an automated message sent from his encrypted account straight to the investors. Attached, a detailed report exposing every unethical move he'd made. The patent theft, the employee manipulation, the falsified audits. All time-stamped, verified, and irreversible. He would never recover. I sat in that cafe, coffee cooling between my hands, as the world buzzed with headlines. Vail Corp systems down. CEO under investigation. I didn't smile. I didn't need to. He had built his empire on people he thought disposable. But the system that raised him, the one I designed, was faithful to its maker, not its thief. When the authorities reached his office, I could imagine his expression, the dawning horror that the woman he cast aside had written his downfall long before he ever said those words. You are no longer valuable. No, Adrian, you never understood value. It isn't what someone gives you. It's what they can take away. People think revenge burns hot, while consuming. They're wrong. Revenge is cold. It's patience sharpened into precision. It's silence when you could scream. Calculation when you could break. I didn't destroy him out of fury. I simply returned the emptiness he once gave me, wrapped in gratitude. And when his empire finally crumbled, I didn't watch the fire. I just walked away. Because true power doesn't lie in destruction. It lives in the decision to leave it all behind.